Welcome to Healthy Aging Bites, your trusted place for science-backed advice, practical wellness tips, and inspiring stories designed to help older adults live stronger, more independent, and more joyful lives. Today, we're diving into a topic that's incredibly important but often overlooked: the health of your legs. Because, let's face it, what's more valuable than being able to wake up each morning, stand up confidently, and take your first steps without pain, cramps, or fear of falling? Picture this. It's a crisp autumn morning. The soft light of day filters through your window. But instead of feeling refreshed, the first thing you notice is your legs. Stiff, sore, or shaky. You hesitate. You push yourself up and grab the wall to steady your balance. And a scary thought flashes across your mind. What if I fall? Many people assume this is just a normal part of getting older, that weak legs just come with age. But here's the truth. Muscle weakness, leg cramps, and bone loss are not inevitable. In fact, they can often be prevented and even reversed with simple daily changes, starting with the food on your plate. Here's the real question. Why are your legs growing weaker, even if you haven't had an injury? The answer lies in 7 small but powerful nutrients that play a vital role in keeping your legs strong, stable, and pain-free. And chances are you're not getting enough of them. We're talking about vitamin D, calcium, magnesium, vitamin B12, potassium, vitamin K, and vitamin B6, the 7 essential nutrients that most older adults in the US are deficient in, whether they know it or not. When these nutrients are missing, your muscles weaken, reflexes slow down, and your bones become fragile. But the good news is, when restored the right way, they can rebuild your strength, ease those nagging cramps, improve your balance, and help you walk with confidence again. No cane, no assistance, just you. And the best part? You don't need expensive treatments. You don't need to leave your home. You don't even need prescription medication. All it takes is knowledge and action. In this video, we'll not only walk you through each of these 7 nutrients, we'll also share real-life stories from older adults who regained their strength through better nutrition, medical insight into how each nutrient supports your legs, practical food tips you can find right here in your local US grocery store. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to Healthy Aging Bites. Your engagement helps us create more videos that are accurate, empowering, and made just for you. You might be thinking, I've taken vitamins before, but I still feel weak. Here's the truth. It's not just about taking supplements. It's about taking the right ones, in the right amount, and in the right way for your body. Or maybe you've heard, it's just part of getting old. But no, losing your mobility isn't just aging. It's often the result of nutritional neglect, and it's preventable. Because losing your ability to move freely isn't just inconvenient. It's a loss of freedom, a loss of dignity, a loss of joy. Did you know? A vitamin B12 deficiency can cause leg numbness and slow reflexes, even if your floor is flat. A sudden leg cramp at 2 a.m. may be your body's way of screaming for magnesium. If your knees are stiff every morning, vitamin K may be the missing piece in your puzzle. Today I invite you, as a physician who spent decades working with older adults, to join me on a journey through these 7 life-changing nutrients. Together, we'll learn how to rebuild strength, prevent falls, and reclaim the independence you deserve. And we're starting with the most important one, vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin that powers your muscles, protects your bones, and helps you stay balanced every step of the way. Are you ready? Let's reclaim your step, 1 vitamin at a time. Let's get started. Vitamin D, the sunshine strength your legs are missing. Let's begin with one of the most crucial, yet most overlooked nutrients when it comes to strong, stable legs: vitamin D. Now, when most people think about vitamin D, they think of bone health. And yes, it does help your body absorb calcium to keep your bones strong. But for older adults, vitamin D is about so much more than bones. It's a key driver of muscle strength, coordination, balance, and reflexes. Without it, your legs simply cannot function at their best. What happens when you don't get enough vitamin D? As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at converting sunlight into vitamin D. Add in lifestyle changes, like staying indoors more often or avoiding sun exposure for skin protection, and you have the perfect recipe for a deficiency. Here's what that means for your legs. Muscles weaken gradually. Balance becomes unstable. Reaction time slows, making falls more likely. Chronic stiffness and pain in the calves and thighs. Increased risk of fractures, especially in the hip and femur. A landmark study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that seniors with low vitamin D levels had significantly higher rates of muscle atrophy. Basic tasks like climbing stairs or getting out of a chair became more difficult, not because of age, but because of missing nutrients. Real-life example. Meet Carol. Carol is 73 and lives in Michigan. She used to enjoy long walks in her neighborhood, but over time she began to notice that her legs felt shaky and weak, especially in the mornings. She wasn't falling, but she was moving more slowly and felt unsure with every step. A routine blood test revealed what she never expected. Her vitamin D levels were severely low. Her doctor recommended a daily supplement, gentle sun exposure in the mornings, and adding vitamin D-rich foods to her meals. Within 6 weeks, she felt more stable, less achy, and best of all, confident enough to walk around her block again. Why vitamin D is a game changer. It strengthens fast-twitch muscle fibers, the ones that help you react quickly when you stumble. It reduces inflammation in muscle tissue, relieving chronic aches and leg stiffness. It improves neuromuscular communication, helping your brain and legs talk better. It enhances coordination, giving you better control over movement and balance. It boosts energy and endurance, especially in weight-bearing exercises like walking or standing. How to get enough vitamin D? 1. Sunlight. Aim for 15 to 30 minutes of direct sunlight daily, ideally in the morning or late afternoon. Expose arms and legs if possible. Avoid applying sunscreen for the first 10-15 minutes to allow vitamin D production, then protect your skin afterward. 2. Food sources. While it's hard to get 100% of your needs from food alone, you can boost your intake with fatty fish, salmon, sardines, mackerel, egg yolks, fortified dairy and plant milks, mushrooms exposed to sunlight, check the label. 3. Supplements. Most older adults need 800-1,000 IU per day of vitamin D, especially if you're indoors often or live in northern climates. If your blood levels are very low, your doctor may recommend higher doses temporarily. Always take vitamin D with food, preferably with healthy fats, to help your body absorb it more efficiently. Pro tip: get tested. Ask your doctor for a 25-hydroxy vitamin D blood test. It's simple, affordable, and tells you exactly where you stand. Ideal levels are typically between 30-50 ng/ml, but speak with your healthcare provider about your personal range. What to remember? Vitamin D is the switch that powers your muscles, balance, and bone protection. Without it, your legs struggle to respond, recover, and keep you upright. By restoring your vitamin D levels, you're not just boosting your health, you're reclaiming freedom. Freedom to walk, freedom to dance, freedom to live without fear of falling. Up next, we're moving to the second essential nutrient, calcium, the mineral that builds your bones and plays a critical role in muscle contraction. You've heard of it before, but are you using it the right way? Stay tuned. And don't forget, like this video, share it with someone you care about, comment below, and hit the bell so you never miss a step in your healthy aging journey. Calcium, the silent builder of bones and muscle power. When we talk about strong legs, most people think of muscles first. But what holds your muscles up? That's right, your bones. And calcium is the #1 mineral your bones depend on to stay dense, strong, and ready to support you through every movement. But here's the surprise. Calcium isn't just for bones. It also plays a vital role in muscle contraction, nerve signals, and even your ability to stand up from a chair without wobbling. The risk of calcium deficiency in older adults. As we age, our bodies absorb less calcium, and bone mass naturally declines, especially after age 50. This puts you at a much higher risk for osteoporosis, brittle bones, stress fractures in the hips, knees, or lower legs, loss of height or posture changes, weak, cramping muscles, difficulty with daily movements like climbing stairs or walking long distances. And the worst part? You may not feel anything until a fracture happens. That's why many people don't realize their bones are becoming fragile until it's too late. Story Spotlight: Frank's Fall. Frank, a 75-year-old retired firefighter from Colorado, was always active. But one day, while walking out to get his mail, he tripped on a small crack in the sidewalk. He didn't fall hard, just landed on his side. But the damage was done. He broke his hip, not because of a severe impact, but because his bones had quietly weakened over time. A scan showed he had low bone density, and his calcium intake had been far below recommended levels for years. That one fall turned into months of rehab, something that could have been prevented with better bone nutrition. Calcium's hidden role in muscle function. Think calcium is just for bones? Think again. Every time you flex your thigh, rise from your chair, take a step, shift your weight, you're depending on calcium ions to activate your muscle fibers. Without enough calcium, your legs may feel sluggish or slow to move. You may experience leg cramps or spasms. Your muscles may not contract efficiently, making balance and strength harder to maintain. Where to get your daily calcium the smart way? The recommended daily intake for adults over 50 is 1,200 milligrams per day for women, 1,200 milligrams per day for men. Best food sources: dairy, classic choices; milk, 1 cup equals 300 milligrams; yogurt; cheese, especially cheddar and mozzarella; non-dairy options: fortified almond, soy, or oat milk; canned sardines or salmon with bones; tofu, made with calcium sulfate; leafy greens, kale, bok choy, collard greens; almonds and sesame seeds; fortified cereals and orange juice. Pro tip: spread your calcium intake throughout the day. Your body absorbs it better in smaller amounts, no more than 500-600 milligrams at a time. What about calcium supplements? If you're not getting enough from food, supplements can help, but there's a right way to take them. Choose calcium citrate, better for older adults or those on acid-reducing meds. Take with food if using calcium carbonate. Pair it with vitamin D to improve absorption. Do not exceed 2,000 milligrams a day unless under medical supervision. Taking too much calcium, especially from supplements, can cause constipation, kidney stones, calcium buildup in arteries, if not balanced with vitamin K and magnesium. Calcium and movement, the perfect pair. Here's a secret: calcium needs movement to work well. Weight-bearing activities like walking, light strength training, Tai Chi or yoga, climbing stairs, help your bones remodel, that is, absorb and use calcium more effectively. Without regular movement, even a perfect diet may not be enough to keep your bones strong. What to remember: calcium is the foundation under your feet. Without it, your legs can't carry you safely, no matter how strong your muscles are. Make sure you're getting enough, not just for your bones, but for every step, squat, and stretch you want to keep doing well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Coming up next, we're shifting gears to something most people never connect to leg strength, but is absolutely critical: vitamin B12. This often forgotten vitamin powers your nervous system, reflexes, and ability to feel and respond to the ground beneath your feet. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Like this video? Give it a thumbs up. Know someone who needs stronger bones? Share it with them. Have questions or experiences to share? Drop them in the comments. And tap the bell so you never miss a step in our healthy aging journey. Vitamin B12, powering the nerves that control your legs. So far, we've talked about the bones, calcium, and the muscles, vitamin D. But what connects the two? What makes your legs move when your brain tells them to? That's where vitamin B12 comes in. This often overlooked vitamin is absolutely vital for your nervous system, especially the nerves in your legs that control sensation, balance, coordination, and strength. What happens when you're low on B12? Vitamin B12 is essential for producing myelin, the protective coating around your nerves, transmitting electrical signals from your brain to your legs, creating red blood cells that carry oxygen to your muscles, preventing fatigue, weakness, and nerve damage. When you're low on B12, your nerves can't send clear signals. The result? Legs that feel heavy, sluggish, or weak, tingling, numbness, or pins and needles in your feet, wobbly balance, especially when walking on uneven ground, slow reflexes, making it harder to catch yourself if you trip. In more serious cases, even permanent nerve damage. Real-life story: Doris's mysterious falls. Doris, age 76, started to experience frequent stumbles. She hadn't tripped, and her vision was fine, yet she kept losing her balance. She also noticed a strange numbness in her feet, making it hard to feel the floor when she walked. Her doctor ran a blood test and discovered that her vitamin B12 levels were dangerously low. After starting B12 injections and adding B12-rich foods to her diet, Doris saw a big change. Her balance improved, her energy returned, and most importantly, she stopped falling. Why are older adults at higher risk for B12 deficiency? Even if you eat well, your body might not absorb B12 efficiently after age 60. Why? Your stomach makes less acid with age, which is needed to extract B12 from food. Antacid medications, like omeprazole, lansoprazole, can reduce absorption. Conditions like gastritis, H. pylori infection, or pernicious anemia make it harder to absorb. If you follow a vegetarian or vegan diet, you may not be getting B12 from food at all. According to the NIH, up to 20% of older adults in the US may be B12 deficient, many without knowing it. Best sources of vitamin B12: animal-based foods, natural B12, beef liver, clams and shellfish, tuna, salmon, sardines, eggs, especially the yolk, dairy, milk, yogurt, cheese, poultry, chicken and turkey, fortified foods for vegetarians or low-meat eaters, fortified breakfast cereals, fortified plant-based milks, almond, oat, soy, nutritional yeast. Check label for B12. When you might need a supplement. If your B12 levels are low, or you're showing symptoms, your doctor may recommend B12 tablets or sublingual drops placed under the tongue for fast absorption. B12 injections, especially for severe deficiency or absorption issues. Ongoing blood tests to monitor your levels and response. The great news? B12 is safe, and excess amounts are usually passed in urine. But always follow your healthcare provider's guidance on dose and form. Get tested, don't guess. Ask your doctor for a vitamin B12 blood test. It's simple and accurate. Normal levels are typically 200-900 pg/ml. If you're under 400 pg/ml and have symptoms, treatment is usually recommended. What to remember? Your nerves are like telephone wires. Without B12, they fray, slow down, or drop the signal altogether. When that happens, your legs won't feel the ground, your balance suffers, and your independence is at risk. By restoring your B12 levels, you're helping your brain and body communicate clearly again, which means faster reflexes, stronger steps, and fewer falls. Up next, We'll talk about magnesium, the mineral that helps your muscles relax, prevent cramps, and improve sleep. It's one of the most common deficiencies in older adults, and it could be the reason behind those middle-of-the-night leg spasms. Stay with us. Like what you're learning? Share this with someone who needs to protect their steps. Tell us in the comments, have you ever been tested for B12? And don't forget to hit that bell so you never miss a video. Magnesium, the muscle relaxer your legs are craving. Let me ask you something. Have you ever been jolted awake in the middle of the night by a sharp, painful leg cramp that left you gasping and unable to move? Or do your legs feel tense, twitchy, or stiff, especially after a short walk? If so, your body might be begging for more magnesium. What is magnesium, and why do your legs need it? Magnesium is a master regulator of muscular function. It works quietly behind the scenes to help your muscles contract and relax properly, prevent overactive nerve signals that lead to cramps or twitching, support energy production, helping muscles stay active longer, reduce inflammation, stiffness, and soreness, assist in calcium balance, guiding it into bones, not joints or arteries. Without enough magnesium, your muscles become irritable, your reflexes slow, and your legs may feel tight, heavy, or crampy. Real story: George and the 3 a.m. cramp alarm. George, a 70-year-old from North Carolina, had a problem. Every night, like clockwork, he'd wake up with intense leg cramps, especially in his calves. He tried stretching, he drank more water, but nothing worked. His doctor checked his blood work and found something surprising: low magnesium. It turned out his blood pressure medication, a diuretic, was flushing magnesium out of his body. After switching to a supplement and adding more leafy greens and nuts to his meals, the cramps completely stopped within 2 weeks. Why magnesium deficiency is common in seniors? There are several reasons why many older adults fall short on magnesium. Poor dietary intake, low in whole grains, legumes, greens, chronic stress, which depletes magnesium stores, certain medications, diuretics, PPIs, like omeprazole, insulin, and more. Digestive issues that reduce absorption, for example, Crohn's, IBS, alcohol use or low appetite. The signs of low magnesium can be subtle, but the consequences are serious for your mobility and comfort. Common symptoms of low magnesium: leg cramps, especially at night, muscle twitches or spasms, stiffness and tightness in the thighs or calves, fatigue and muscle weakness, restless legs at bedtime, trouble sleeping or staying asleep. Best food sources of magnesium. The good news? You can get plenty of magnesium from real, wholesome foods you already know and love. Top magnesium-rich foods: leafy greens, spinach, Swiss chard, kale, legumes, black beans, lentils, chickpeas, nuts and seeds, almonds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, whole grains, brown rice, oats, whole wheat bread, avocados, dark chocolate in moderation. Try making a smoothie with spinach, almond milk, banana, and pumpkin seeds, a magnesium-packed drink your legs will thank you for. Do you need a magnesium supplement? If you're not getting enough from food, or if medications or health issues are depleting your stores, a supplement may help. Important tips: choose magnesium glycinate or magnesium citrate, better absorbed and gentler on the stomach. Start low, 200-400 milligrams day, and adjust if needed. Avoid magnesium oxide, which is poorly absorbed and often causes diarrhea. Talk to your doctor before supplementing if you have kidney disease. Magnesium plus movement equals better results. Magnesium doesn't just ease leg cramps, it also helps your muscles recover faster, making movement more enjoyable. If you combine proper magnesium levels with light activity like gentle walking, chair exercises, stretching or yoga, resistance band work, you'll likely see better endurance, fewer aches, and deeper sleep at night. What to remember: if your legs are cramping, twitching, or feel like they just won't relax, it could be magnesium calling for help. And once you restore those levels, you may notice better rest at night, easier walking during the day, and most importantly, a body that responds, not resists. Coming up next, we're covering potassium, the powerful electrolyte that keeps your muscles firing smoothly and your legs from feeling shaky or unstable. So stay tuned. Like what you learned? Give us a thumbs up. Share it with someone who complains about leg cramps. Have magnesium helped you sleep better? Let us know in the comments. Hit that bell icon and don't miss the next step in your healthy aging journey. Potassium, the electrolyte that keeps you steady on your feet. Have you ever stood up after sitting for a while and felt your legs wobble, tremble, or just not respond the way they used to? Or maybe you've had a muscle cramp so strong it stopped you in your tracks, or worse, in your sleep. Chances are, your body may be low in potassium, one of the most essential electrolytes for muscle control, nerve function, and balance. Why potassium is crucial for your legs. Potassium works inside your body to regulate muscle contractions, including your calves, thighs, and feet. Keep your nerves firing accurately so you stay stable when walking. Maintain fluid balance inside and outside your cells. Support steady blood pressure and heart rhythm. Prevent cramping and muscle fatigue. If your potassium levels are too low, your muscles can't respond properly to brain signals, and that means delayed reactions, shaky steps, and increased risk of falling. Real story. Ellie's wobbly legs. Ellie, a 68-year-old grandmother from Iowa, began noticing a strange sensation after standing for long periods. Her legs would quiver, and she felt like she might collapse when stepping forward. She assumed it was just old age, until a routine blood test showed she was low in potassium, possibly due to a combination of diuretics for high blood pressure and a low fruit and vegetable diet. After adding more potassium-rich foods and switching to a potassium-sparing medication, Ellie noticed a huge difference. She could stand longer, walk farther, and felt more in control of her steps. Signs of low potassium: hypokalemia, frequent muscle cramps, twitching or spasms in the legs, feeling shaky or unsteady when walking, fatigue, especially after light activity, constipation or irregular heartbeat in severe cases. You may not realize your potassium is low until symptoms get in the way of daily life, or until a serious complication like a fall or heart rhythm issue occurs. Best food sources of potassium: delicious and easy. Most people think of bananas first, and they are a great source. But there are many even better options to choose from. Top potassium-rich foods. Avocados. One avocado equals 975 milligrams. Baked potatoes with skin, 900 milligrams. Sweet potatoes, 540 milligrams per serving. Spinach and leafy greens. Beans, kidney, black, white, lentils. Oranges and orange juice. Yogurt and milk. Cantaloupe, watermelon, prunes, apricots. Tomato sauce or paste. Pro tip: try combining several of these into one meal, like a spinach and bean salad with avocado and orange slices on the side. Do you need a potassium supplement? Most people should aim to get potassium from food, not pills, especially older adults. The recommended daily intake is 3,400 milligrams day for men, 2,600 milligram day for women. Important: potassium supplements can be dangerous if taken incorrectly, especially if you have kidney problems, heart issues, or are on medications like ACE inhibitors or diuretics. Never take a potassium supplement without medical advice. Instead, start by boosting your food sources and checking your levels with your doctor. Potassium and muscle balance. Potassium doesn't just prevent cramps, it helps your brain and body sync up so you move more confidently, step more evenly, avoid stumbles or hesitations, maintain strong muscle performance during daily tasks. It also helps reduce acid buildup in your body, which can improve bone density, making it a silent partner in preventing osteoporosis too. What to remember: potassium is your leg's secret weapon for coordination, strength, and control. Without enough of it, your movements can become shaky, unstable, or slow. But once restored, potassium helps you move smoothly, confidently, and comfortably, with fewer cramps and better balance. Up next, we'll explore vitamin K, a little-known vitamin that quietly protects your bones, joints, and circulation, and may be the missing link in your leg pain or stiffness. Don't miss it. Enjoyed this section? Give us a thumbs up. Share it with someone dealing with leg cramps or balance issues. Got a favorite potassium-rich recipe? Share it in the comments. And hit the bell so you never miss another healthy aging tip. Vitamin K, the traffic director that guides calcium to the right places. When it comes to bone health, most people know about calcium and vitamin D. But what if I told you that without vitamin K, those two might not be doing their job correctly, and worse, they could even be working against you? That's right. Vitamin K is the traffic director that tells calcium where to go and where not to go. And for older adults, this role becomes critical, especially for bone strength, joint flexibility, and even circulation in your legs. What exactly does vitamin K do? Vitamin K activates osteocalcin, a protein that helps calcium bind to your bones, prevents calcium buildup in arteries and soft tissues like joints or cartilage, supports bone density, reducing your risk of fractures, reduces joint stiffness by lowering inflammation, improves balance and coordination, especially in older adults, may even slow the progression of osteoarthritis. In simple terms, vitamin K keeps calcium working where it should inside your bones, not clogging your arteries or stiffening your knees. Real story: Margaret's morning struggle. Margaret, 72, loved tending to her backyard garden in Oregon. But over time, she began to notice morning knee stiffness so intense that just standing up from bed took her several minutes. She was already taking calcium and vitamin D, but her doctor suggested a deeper look and found that she was very low in vitamin K. She added more leafy greens and fermented foods to her diet, and within weeks, the stiffness began to fade. She didn't just feel stronger, she felt more fluid, more flexible, and like her legs belonged to her again. The risk of not getting enough vitamin K. Low vitamin K levels can lead to weaker bones, increasing fracture risk, calcium deposits in joints, making movement painful, stiffness in knees, hips, or lower back, slower recovery from physical activity, poor coordination or reaction time in the legs, higher risk of falls and imbalance. Vitamin K deficiency is more common than people think, especially if you don't eat many vegetables, have digestive issues like IBS or celiac, take antibiotics long-term, take blood thinners. More on that below. Best food sources of vitamin K. There are two types of vitamin K. Vitamin K1, found in leafy greens and vegetables. Vitamin K2, found in fermented foods and animal products. Both are important, but K, the 2nd of May, have longer lasting effects on your bones and arteries. Foods rich in vitamin K1: kale, spinach, Swiss chard, collard greens, broccoli, Brussels sprouts. Foods rich in vitamin K2: natto, fermented soybeans, most concentrated source. Aged cheeses, like Gouda, Jarlsberg. Liver, egg yolks, fermented dairy, like kefir. One serving of leafy greens a day can significantly improve your vitamin K levels. Should you supplement with vitamin K? Many older adults get enough through diet, but if you have trouble digesting fat, take antibiotics frequently, struggle with bone loss, despite taking calcium and vitamin D, a vitamin K supplement might help. K2, menaquinone 7, is often preferred for bone and heart health. A common dose is 90-120 mg day, but always talk to your doctor first. Important note for people on blood thinners: If you're taking warfarin, Coumadin, or other blood-thinning medications, vitamin K affects how your blood clots. That doesn't mean you have to avoid it, but you must keep your intake consistent and work closely with your healthcare provider. Sudden changes in vitamin K, especially supplements, can throw off your medication balance. What to remember? Vitamin K doesn't just protect your bones, it makes sure every other bone-building nutrient works correctly. It's the reason why some people take calcium and still get stiff joints or brittle bones, because the calcium ended up in the wrong place. With enough vitamin K, your body can build stronger bones, improve flexibility in your legs, support healthy blood flow to your muscles, and help you move more confidently every day. Up next, it's time for the final but by no means least important nutrient in our leg strengthening series, vitamin B6. This one helps you recover faster, move smoother, and keeps your muscles communicating with your brain. We're almost there, don't miss it. Like what you've learned so far, tap that thumbs up. Know someone with joint stiffness? Share this video with them. Drop a comment if you've added more greens to your diet. Hit the bell so you don't miss our next tip from Healthy Aging Bites. Vitamin B6, the nerve and muscle connector that keeps you moving smoothly. We've talked about the nutrients that build your bones, power your muscles, and protect your nerves. But what if we told you there's a vitamin that does all three and more? Enter vitamin B6. Often overshadowed by more well-known nutrients, vitamin B6, pyridoxine, plays a central role in keeping your legs strong, responsive, and pain-free, especially as you age. What does vitamin B6 actually do? Vitamin B6 is a multitasker. It supports nerve function, helping your brain communicate with your muscles, promotes protein metabolism, vital for building and maintaining muscle mass, helps produce neurotransmitters, keeping your mood, reflexes, and energy stable, reduces inflammation, easing chronic stiffness and soreness, supports red blood cell formation, ensuring oxygen reaches your leg muscles efficiently, speeds up recovery, especially after physical activity or injury. Real story: Mike's lead legs. Mike, a retired postal worker from Ohio, was an active guy, but by 74, he started noticing a strange new feeling. His legs felt heavy, like dragging bags of cement. He wasn't tired, but getting out of a chair, climbing steps, or walking across a parking lot became a slow struggle. Blood work revealed that Mike had a vitamin B6 deficiency, likely due to a combination of long-term medication use and not enough variety in his diet. After adding B6-rich foods and taking a low-dose supplement under his doctor's supervision, Mike said his legs felt lighter and his energy returned. Signs of low vitamin B6: muscle weakness or fatigue, tingling or numbness in the hands or feet, slow recovery after exercise or activity, poor coordination or balance, irritability or low mood, soreness or stiffness in the legs, frequent fatigue, even with enough rest. B6 deficiency is especially common in people who take certain medications like isoniazid, hydralazine, or Parkinson's drugs, have digestive or liver issues, eat a low-protein or unbalanced diet, are over the age of 60. Best sources of vitamin B6. The good news? B6 is found in many familiar tasty foods. Animal sources: chicken breast, salmon and tuna, turkey, beef liver, eggs. Plant-based sources: bananas, potatoes, especially with the skin, avocados, chickpeas, fortified cereals and whole grains, spinach and carrots. A baked potato with skin and grilled salmon makes a B6-rich, leg-loving meal. Should you take a vitamin B6 supplement? Most older adults can meet their needs through food, but supplementation may help if you show signs of deficiency, you take medications that interfere with B6 absorption, you have dietary restrictions or low protein intake, recommended daily intake: 1.7 milligrams for men 51 plus, 1.5 milligrams for women, 51 plus. Be cautious with high-dose supplements. Long-term overuse, usually over 100 milligrams a day, may lead to nerve damage or numbness. Always check with your healthcare provider. Bonus: B6 helps with more than just legs. It also supports cognitive health, may reduce age-related memory decline, immune function, helping you fight infections, mood regulation, linked to serotonin and dopamine production. That's why feeling better, thinking clearer, and moving stronger all go hand in hand when your B6 levels are balanced. What to remember: vitamin B6 is your leg's behind-the-scenes operator, quietly keeping nerves sharp, muscles active, and energy flowing. When you're low on B6, things just feel off. Slower steps, longer recovery, unexplained stiffness. But with the right nutrition, those sluggish feelings can lift, and your body can get back to moving smoothly and steadily. That's it. You've now learned the 7 most powerful vitamins and minerals for leg strength, balance, and mobility. Vitamin D strengthens muscles, improves balance. Calcium builds strong bones. Vitamin B12 powers nerves and reflexes. Magnesium prevents cramps, improves coordination. Potassium regulates muscle activity and prevents instability. Vitamin K directs calcium into bones and out of arteries. Vitamin B6 connects nerves and muscles, reduces fatigue. Final thoughts and what to do next. You don't need to do everything at once. But even small changes like adding spinach to dinner, walking 10 minutes a day, or checking your vitamin levels can restore your strength, reduce your risk of falling, and give you back your confidence. Step 1. Rewatch sections and take notes. Step 2. Try our 7-day meal plan, linked below. Step 3. Talk to your doctor about testing your vitamin levels. Step 4. Keep learning and keep moving. Help us grow this community. If this video helped you, inspired you, or made you think of someone who needs it, please give it a like. Share it with friends or family. Leave a comment. We love hearing your stories. Tap the bell so you're first to see our next video, because your next step could inspire someone else's. Let us know in the comments. Which of these nutrients do you think you're missing? What's one food you'll start adding to your plate this week? Healthy Aging Bites, where every step forward is a step toward freedom, independence, and a life you love.